Hey everybody, this is Alvin Brown, CEO and founder of the Center for Healing and Peak Performance and Integrated Peak Performance Services. I'm also the author of Journey to Personal Greatness, Mind, Body, and Soul, a blueprint for life balance and self-mastery, available at all your major bookstores, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Amazon, and in Canada, Chapters Indigo Online. Also, created this little edition, the Journey to Personal Greatness Journal. If you don't have a journal yet, I'm going to advise you, in all my videos, advise you to get a journal. A journal is an amazing little cheap device that you can use to help get you through most things in your life. So this is Soulful Saturday. Here's the lineup. Here's a roundup. This is how it rolls. Monday Mindset. We talk about a little checkup from the neck up, little tips, strategies you can use to get a little check. Because out here, the outside world is dependent on what's going on the inside. And if you can clean up the inside, this improves. No matter what's going on out here, you can think your way out of it, but you can't if you're not doing a little checkup from the neck up. And that's what Monday Mindset's all about. Wednesday, Hump Day Hustle. It's all about your body, structure, function, how to take care of your body, because without this has no place to transfer the energy. So we talk about the Hump Day Hustle, all about the body. And finally, this is Soulful Saturday. This is a part of the week where we talk about the soul, where we talk about little nourishment for the soul to make sure you remain authentic to your vision. There's no use climbing up the ladder of success if you climb up the wrong wall, and that's what this is all about. All right, so let's get on with it. This is short and sweet, and this is Soulful Saturday. Today's topic is about saving 10%, and I'll give you more details. First thing I'm going to do is cover the key points, which is the soul and money. Number 2 is the richest man in Babylon. I'll tell you about that. And action steps. Never want to just give you information. I want to give you some things you can take away, have some substance. The action steps are saving 10%, and number 2 is make it automatic. All right, so here's the deal. Let's start with number 1, key point, the soul and money. Here's the thing. Most of us out there who weren't privileged enough to be born into a wealthy social economic situation, i.e. born poor or born in the middle to lower class, we know what it's like to have more month at the end of your money, and you're running out of money every time and kind of just skimping and stretching the dollar. A lot of us know that, trust me, I do. You're talking about youngest of 5 from a single mother in Kingston, Jamaica in the 1970s. So just check that out, okay? I understand where that is to have, again, more month at the end of your money, you know, as Jim Rohn would say. So it's a struggle. And when you're struggling, it's not just out there. You're not struggling, you're struggling in here as well. It's on a soul level. So that's why in my book, you'll see I correlate under soul, I have the material essence. And material is all about, I tell you, there's many days when I weren't able to afford food, for instance, or the little things, toys at Christmas and you know, various other things. But this is not a sob story. I'm not on one of those reality shows where they break off and start talking about your background. But what I'm talking about is, I understand that. This is why I put it on there, because that, when you're short at the end of the month, it's deep. It goes deep. It's not just superficial. It goes deep, and it affects your self-esteem, you know, your very own self. So it's on a soul level. So that's why money and the soul are a key point that I want to touch on. So let me go to number 2 now. So that's the correlation between money and the soul, and that's what we're talking about on a Soulful Saturday. Now let's talk about the richest man in Babylon. This is a great book. It's a book by George Clayson. Look it up. Small little paperback, short, sweet. Read it in. You can read this in one afternoon. But man, it's powerful. It's sold more than 2 million copies already. It's old, but classic. You got to pick it up and put it in your library. It's all about the Babylonians back in the day and how they managed to become one of the richest areas in the world. And way back when, they were very wealthy, the Babylonians. And there's one person in it who it's a parable, and he went around and he had all these ideas about how to save money, keep what you have, and get wealthy and rich. And this stuff still applies. You can't, it's one of those fundamentals that you just can't get rid of. I advise you reading it. It's amazing. It's an amazing book. And we're going to get into the main point that I took from the book. There's many, but I'm going to take one from the book, and it's in the action step. The action step, save 10%. Here's the way to get over where you are. And this is something I started to do once I read the book. Have you ever noticed that when you get a raise, or when you get more money coming in, or a bonus, whatever it is, you seem to, there's this phenomena where your money, your expenses increases to match your income. And you swore that if you just got another 10 grand a year, or a little bump in increase, you would do this and this, all these things would happen and get you right out of debt. Next thing you know, you're back in it. You're at the same amount. So you could have started working at 20,000 a year, and now you may be at 80,000, 100,000, but you're still in the same debt. And that's because of habits, rituals. We don't have the rituals. And what I started to do was I started to read this book and think, wow, just imagine for a second. Here's an exercise for your journal. Imagine if you were to save just 10% of what all the money you made so far in your working years. How much would you have in a savings account and to invest? Because you're going to take that 10% and you're going to save it, invest it, have something in case of emergency, in case of an opportunity comes up, you wanted to start something, take some time off work, you got sick. You want to have that 10% there saved. Like, imagine just living on only 90% of your income. You could do it, but the thing is, the habits and the discipline, the rituals aren't embedded and aren't initiated. So you got to do that. All right. So save 10%. Start to do that. All right. Number 2, make it automatic. The one thing I started to do was, my personal account had a process where you could take out automatic savings. You could set it up and take it out every month. So what I did was, every week I took out money every week and I put it in another account that it was very difficult to get to that account, and I would put it in. And I gotta tell you, that thing saved me so many times when opportunities popped up, emergencies. I have 4 kids, so you can imagine saving. And that's one thing I also did, was I started their education savings through this whole process and this whole mindset. I started their education savings because at the time it seems tough giving up that money. But let me tell you, they're all university age now, and that thing saved me huge. So I would advise, save 10%, make it automatic, go to your bank, get it pulled out, just like the government pulls out their money. You don't even miss it now. You're gonna pull out the money for you, and never touch that thing unless you're gonna invest it to multiply it, or you got major emergency, not just a small one, a big one. You never touch it. And nowadays they have, in Canada, I know they have the tax-free savings. They have RSPs, and 401k in the US. Start to make it automatic and get that habit built in, and that will move you away from the feeling of always being under the pressure of being behind the 8 ball. And again, once you start to feel empowered out here with you look at your account and you have some substance and something you can fall back on, it totally works in here too, and you feel self-worth and you feel empowered. So again, start that right now. So that's a tip for Soulful Saturday. Nurture the soul, protect the material essence, and build up from there. All right, so let's review. The soul and money, there's a huge connection with how you feel and what you earn. You can't deny it. It touches you deep. Get the book, Richest Man in Babylon, George Clayson. Save 10%, action step, and make it automatic. All right, so see you on Monday for Monday Mindset. If you want to get in contact with us, we have a team of people built to help you get to your personal greatness. We want to do it mind, body, and soul. We have 3 goals. We help our clients achieve optimal health, peak performance, and to pursue their personal greatness. And we want to help 1 million people, big, hairy, audacious goal, but it gets me up in the morning. We want to help 1 million people live optimal lives. All right? So until next time, I want you to be relentless about your pursuit for personal greatness.